Hello everyone and welcome back to Half-Life Opposing Force. Yes, after a whopping 4 months, I'm finally back here. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been making any videos for so long, especially any walkthrough videos, but I was just really busy on another channel. But I just figured, I'm still really passionate about Half-Life and gaming in general, and I, at any point, will come back to this series, so why not now? And I'm pretty sure this has actually been the longest stretch of time between any one of my walkthrough videos, because even like between part 14 and 15, I think those are the right videos, of Half-Life, which was like the stretch of time when I was making Near Foregoing Postal, that was like exactly 4 months, I'm pretty sure. This has been 4 months and like a week or something. So yeah, it's been a long time, but regardless, we're finally back. And I'm sure since it's been such a long time, some of you may have forgotten what happened previously in the series, because I know a lot of my viewers are just like my friends and stuff who haven't played Half-Life, so unlike us who have, what happened isn't just like ingrained in your head, nor can you just hop on and play it to figure it out. So, yeah, if you're one of those people, I'll leave a link to the playlist for this series in the description and in the comments. I hope I remember to do that. And if you also can't remember what happened in the original Half-Life, then I'll do the same for that. But anyway, now it's time for a bit of a history refresher. And I know it's kind of weird for me to say that because I do this in every video, but, it's been a while, so I kind of have to remind myself that I do this stuff. So, last time we had just escaped certain death via drowning in a pool of toxic waste because the G-Man opened the exit door for us to get out of the room we were in. And that was our first real encounter with the G-Man as Adrian Shephard. At least I'm pretty sure of that. And our whole goal for the last video was to get to the inspector point, which is a place where the Marines would be pulling out of Black Mesa. Yeah, they were pulling out. And I'm sure you all know the story behind that by now. And along the way, when we were going through a bunch of different areas to get there, we discovered a new type of alien. And we didn't really get a good look at it because it was behind glass and the room it was in was really dark. But we did see that it shot some sort of blue laser gun at a security guard, which killed him, and then it teleported off with a scientist, which is nothing we've seen any other alien in this series so far do. So yeah, that was weird and creepy. But eventually we made it here, the inspector point. And we started in a few areas before the one we're in right now, and we went through them, and then we came down here, and we were going to go through that big door there to get on the Osprey and leave this place. But right before we went out the door, it was locked, or it was closed, and we got locked out by the G-Man. And he looked us in the face while we watched the Osprey leave. Which means we are now officially missing in action. And we're going to have to find our own way out of Black Mesa. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and do that. And I really hope maybe we'll come across some soldiers on our way. Not as in, I hope they got left behind. I just mean, I hope I'm not alone in here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go through this hole in the wall that this Vortigaunt broke open before I killed him. And we'll go down this corridor, and then turn left. Missing in action. Yep. Anyway, as you can see, this pipe here is like shooting out steam, which of course can hurt us. So, did I say of course? Sorry. But anyway, what you gotta do is crouch and go under these pipes here, and then just crouch walk past the steam. And by the way, don't try going in that door, it's locked. You're just gonna get blasted with steam. But anyway, we'll continue on. And as you can see, in there is a head crab, so I'll go ahead and take out the pistol and kill him. Man, it's been a while since I've had to kill a head crab. It's been a while since I've had to kill one of my brothers. Don't worry, buddy. I'll close my eyes. This hurts me way more than it hurts you. No! Whatever, let's move on. Then we'll get out from under the pipes here. And then I'm going to take out the shotgun because as soon as you round this corner here, yep, 2 Vortigaunts will teleport in. And the thing is, it's not even like bad that you lost ammo because you used the shotgun, because if you turn around, right behind you in this military crate is some shotgun ammo. And I'll go ahead and reload. And then I'll grab it. Nice. Anyway, we'll go over here where we can break some crates. In the first crate we have an armor battery, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. And in the second crate we have another armor battery, which once again I don't need, so we'll move on. In the third crate we have nothing, and in the fourth crate we have nothing. So we'll go ahead and move on out of here. But we can't, because this door is locked. So we've got to find a different way to get out of here. Look at that. There's a vent grating up there. So we'll go ahead and climb these pipes that kind of look like stairs. And by the way, you don't even have to jump on them. You can literally just climb up. And then we'll bash the vent grating. And hop up inside the vent. Sorry, I bumped my nose on the pop filter. I don't know if you could hear that. I hope not. And then as soon as you come to this first vent grating, bash it. And we've fallen through into the ceiling here, which I assume is like in some part of the office complex. Anyway, so we'll walk across the ceiling here, and if you look on the wall here, you can actually see that it says Valve, even in the style of the Valve logo with the small E at the end. And if you remember, Valve is the company that made the Half-Life series. So that's a pretty cool detail. But anyway, let's move on. And yeah, you can see through this hole in the ceiling here that that room down there is flooded and the water is electrified. So yeah, definitely don't want to fall through there. And yes, there is an armor battery and a first aid machine down there, but I don't need them, and if you've been following me up to this point, you probably don't need them either. But just in case you do, there is a safe way to get down there and get them without taking any damage, and to be honest, in my opinion, it's kind of self-explanatory, so I'm not going to show that. Anyway, so let's move on. But before we do, there's something else I need to show you. So, up until this point, we've been walking on these kind of tiles. See, they're solid, they're completely white, you can walk on them, you can hit them with a knife, nothing's going to happen. But as you may be able to tell, I don't know if you can because it's kind of dark, but there are some other kind of tiles up here. See, that one's nice and white and solid, but this one's like wet looking and gross and brown. Well, that's because it's water damaged, which means that if you walk on it, and I'll just demonstrate with the knife. Yeah, it'll break and you'll fall through. So you gotta make sure not to walk on those. Anyway, let's move on. And there's a big cluster of them here, so we'll just go around them. And here we go. This light gives you like a better look at one of the water damaged tiles. See, this is a normal tile, and that's a water damaged tile. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. And once again, there's a big cluster of them here, so I'm going to have to jump across them. Let's hope I make this on the first try and I don't fall through. And I made it. So let's go ahead and go down this corridor. Well, I don't really know if you call it a corridor because it's inside of a ceiling, but whatever. and we come to a fan room. And I'm going to turn the volume on my headphones down because this is really loud. I can barely hear myself talking, and I don't want to mess up my commentary. But as you can see, there are two huge fans in here that are held up by these metal beams. So what we're going to have to do is walk across the metal beams, because we want to get to that opening over there. So yeah, let's just do that. And also, yes, the screen shakes for like dramatic effect, but don't worry, it's not actually shaking you. You're not actually going to fall off. And by the way, you don't want to fall off because, as you can see, the fan blades are metal, so you'll get split in half. And also, as you can see, there's a break in the metal beams here. It's broken. So what you gotta do is jump from here to there. So let's do that. And we made it, so now we'll turn right and go through this little opening here. And we come to this area with this big catwalk here. And also, yeah, the water down there is leech infested, so try not to fall down there. Fall down there. I don't know why my voice got so low. Anyway, sorry about that. So as you can see, there are two big pipes here, and they're both spraying out steam. And the first big pipe there is constantly spraying out steam. Like, it's not going to stop. There's no breaks in it at all. So obviously we can't go that way to get across. But this other pipe here is also spraying out steam, as I said. But as you can see, there's kind of a lapse in it, like a break. Like it sprays out for a second and then it stops for a second. So what you gotta do is hop up on the railing here, like crouch jump, and then when there's that lapse in the steam spraying out, you can jump across to the other side of the catwalk. Well, crap. And I made it. And we are going to continue on down there in a minute, but before we do so, what I want to do is jump from this broken part of the catwalk to the other broken part, because we want to go through that door. And you don't have to do this, but there's some pretty cool stuff in there, so I'd prefer to do it. Prefer to do it. I don't know why my voice keeps getting so low. Whatever, I need to stop worrying about it and just focus on educating you guys. So what you gotta do is just get a running start and jump to the other part of the catwalk. And this may take me a couple tries, and if that's the case, I'll just cut to the successful take. Or a successful attempt. Never mind, I got it on my first try. Nice. Anyway, let's go ahead and go through this door. And what do you know? There's a zombie eating a scientist. I know what to do with him. Dead. Anyway, we're not done here, actually, because as you can see in the corner of the room over there is some crates. Or actually, kind of past the corner of the room. But anyway, in the first crate we have some RPG ammo. And we don't have an RPG yet, but still pick it up because we're going to get one soon enough. And in the second crate we have some Deagle ammo. Or maybe I should start calling it 357 ammo because, and I don't mean to spoil it, but this is barely a spoiler. I'm pretty sure we get the Magnum later in the game, which I'm also pretty sure uses 357 ammo, so I think that's just what I'll call it from now on. But anyway, I'll go ahead and reload for it. And in the final crate, we have nothing. And that's it for this room, so we'll go ahead and go out this door. And you can hop up on the railing there and then just like jump down there. But the thing is, if you do that, you'll take damage from that steam there. So what I like to do is get on the very edge of this and then jump across from here to there. And once again, this may take me a couple tries, and if that's the case, I'll just cut to the successful take. Successful attempt. I don't know why I keep saying that. But anyway, let's do this. Never mind. Once again, first try. That's the benefit of practicing. But anyway, as you can see, we've come to another fan room. And once again, we have two giant fans held up by metal beams. But once again, or not once again, actually this time, we can't walk across those metal beams. What we're going to have to do is go in between the two fans, which is going to be really scary, but as long as you crouch walk to walk slower and have more accurate movements, you should be fine. But yeah, this is really scary because as you can see, the fan blades are like a centimeter from hitting you in the face and just like chopping your head off. But anyway, let's just continue on. And we made it past that first part, so now we'll go down this ladder, and hopefully I don't fall, because I did that a lot in my practice runs. Oh, jeez. Almost threw myself into that fan. But anyway, as you can see, we have another of the same thing. So we'll just walk through these two fans. But as you can see, there's nowhere to go past the two fans, except if you look, under this fan is like a grating that's broken. And that's where we're going to have to go. And as you can see, almost all of the fan blades have been broken off of this fan except one of them. 3 of them have been broken off, but 1 is left. And the thing is, you have to get under the fan and get down into that grating at the exact right time, because if you don't, that giant fan blade's gonna come around and just like chop you in half. So I'm gonna quick save before this, and if this takes multiple tries, I'll just cut to the successful attempt. I had kind of balanced luck, I guess you could call it, during my practice runs. About half the time I did it on the first try, and half the time it took me like 5 tries. And one time it took me like 2 tries, but anyway, let's just do this. So you gotta wait for the fan blade to pass you, and as soon as it goes past you, start walking down there. Oh my god. It kinda like bumped me a little bit, but I'm not dead, so well, that's good. Once again, first try. I'm on a roll today. Couldn't think of the word. But anyway, let's just jump down onto this metal X there. And then we'll jump down into this vent. Then we'll continue on forward. Break one of the gratings, and we are once again, well, not once again, because Adrian Shephard's never been here, but we were in a place like this as Gordon Freeman, once again in the old industrial part of Black Mesa. Remember how there's the new higher tech part, and then there's the old industrial part, which is just used for, like, you know, toxic waste and fire, like furnaces and stuff? Well, we're once again here. And as you can see, there's a huge flame shooting out of there. But as you can see, there's like a lapse in it. Takes a break for a second. And when that lapse happens, just jump across. Just gonna wait for it to come across again. Jesus Christ. Barely made it across. As soon as I got over here, it started shooting out again. Anyway. Yeah, so as you can see, this flame shooting out is different, but we're gonna deal with it in a minute. What we're gonna do first is jump up onto these metal crates, so we have a vantage point to kill this head crab. Once again, closing my eyes. I can't stand to watch one of my brothers die, especially by my own hand. Poor head crab. Anyway, so as you can see, this flame is a little different. It does sort of have a lapse, but like barely at all. As you can see, there's like a tiny little space in between the two flames. And it is actually possible to do this without taking damage. I did it in one of my practice runs. But basically what you gotta do is just get up onto this metal crate and just jump across when you see that little space, like it's in front of you. And just do your best to take as little damage as possible. Crap. I'm trying to get momentum, but I keep falling off the crate. Ah, crap. Oh god, what the heck is that? Jesus Christ. What the... Get away from me. Whoa. Well. Look at this thing. It looks kind of like a head crab zombie. Like the normal ones that we've seen. As you can see, there's a head crab on its head. But it's wearing a science team uniform, but it's got like more muscular legs and more muscular arms. Its back is all green, gross, and mutated, and you couldn't really see it, but it's... Or maybe you could, but like you can't see it now. But its chest has completely become a mouth. It's even got like an esophagus. And what it was doing was reaching down into that esophagus and pulling guts out to throw at me. Yeah, it's disgusting. But everybody, meet the second stage of mutation for head crab zombies. Yeah, you remember earlier in the game when that one scientist was talking about a zombie and saying, Can you imagine what the next stage of mutation is like? Well, here it is. And its name is the Gonome. Or the Gonome. I think it's Gonome. But yeah. The second stage of mutation for head crab zombies is called the Gonome, and it's absolutely disgusting. But yeah, anyway, let's move on. So over here we have some crates, which we'll go ahead and break open. And in the first crate we have an armor battery, which is nice. And in the second crate we have a health pack, which is also nice. In the third crate we have nothing. In the fourth crate we have nothing. In the fifth crate we have nothing. And in the sixth crate we have nothing. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Well, we can't go through this door because if you look closely you can see there are like rocks and dirt just completely filling the doorway. Which means we're going to have to turn around and go through this vent. And there was a vent grating here, but I'm pretty sure that the Gonome like broke it open with the guts, because I swear I heard like a dong, like a metal sound, you know. But anyway, let's go ahead and go in here. And we'll turn on the night vision goggles because it's really dark in here. And as soon as you come to this vent grating, bash it and fall through. And we come to another room like the last one, but it's a little more high-tech. And as you can see, there's a giant flame, once again being shot out of here, and once again there's a lapse in it. And once again, when that lapse occurs, just run through. And I made it. And now this flame is the exact same as the last one, but as you can see, there's nowhere to go past the flame. So what do? Well, if you look, there's an open hole that we could crawl through that the flame is being shot through. And I guess that's really the only place that we can go. So what you gotta do is when that flame is shot out, you gotta follow it through that hole. And I'll show you what to do past that. Alright, follow it. And then go all the way to the end and crouch down. Go all the way to the end because you don't want to get hit by the flame, and crouch down because there are a couple Gonomes in here that I don't want to see me. And the way to deal with Gonomes, the best way is to shoot them in that hole, like the esophagus in the middle of their chest. Because if you do that, you'll kill them in one hit. So, let's go ahead and take care of them. Jesus Christ. Die, you stupid thing. I'm pretty sure it's the hole in the middle of their chest, but I hit that thing all the time and they just don't die. Anyway, they're both dead, so we'll hop out of here, and then we'll go ahead and take care of this regular zombie. I need to turn my volume back up. Okay. Just wanted to make sure the music was playing because I wanted to comment on it, and it'd be weird if the music wasn't playing. But all I wanted to say is the music through here is really good, I think. The music in all the Half-Life games is really good. But anyway, as you can see down there, there's a marine zombie, which I don't think we've seen yet. I haven't really checked my last videos, though. I did go over them a little bit, and I'm pretty sure we haven't seen one. But as far as I can tell, I haven't fact-checked it. Like, I haven't looked on any wikis and seen their health. Like, excuse me, Jesus Christ, sorry, I got stuck. I haven't actually looked on any wikis and, like, seen how much health they have. But as far as I can tell, marine zombies are a little stronger than regular zombies. Which makes sense. And the way I figured this out is because you saw how I killed that zombie by getting close to it and shooting it with the shotgun. And I killed it in one hit. Well, watch what happens when you do that with a marine zombie. It doesn't die. Requires 2 hits. Yeah. So, yeah, I haven't fact-checked it, but as far as I can tell, they are stronger than regular zombies. Sorry, my kind of slurring my speech today. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. And we'll go down the stairs here. And as you can see, the Zen fauna, I think that's the right word, is kind of starting to overtake a lot of areas of Black Mesa, this one especially. I hope Gordon Freeman can stop the Nihilith and stop him sending all of his Zen creatures through. Which I know he does, because I was Gordon Freeman and I did that. Why am I even asking that question? As Adrian Shephard, I don't even know who that is. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. So on the ground here is a machine gun, which I'll go ahead and grab for the ammo. And then I'll go ahead and hop up on this explosive crate where we have some grenades. Which I don't need, but they're nice to have just in case you do. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on. And just try to find a way out of here. Test fire? What? Oh. What does that say? Warning, do not obstruct test flame. Come on, get a move on. Well then, so we obstructed the test flame with that explosive crate, which caused a chain reaction of explosions because there were so many explosive crates in this room, and it blew a huge hole in the ground. Well, I guess this is really our only way out of here, so why not? But before we jump down there, I want to take out the deagle because there's a gnome down there. And it's dead. So we'll go ahead and move on. And I'm going to take out the knife because there's a bunch of head crabs down here, and I want to use the crowbar method on them. Or I guess in this case the knife method. But what I'm talking about, if you don't remember, it's something I came up with. Not really I came up with, but I just came up with a name for it. It's where you just strafe out of the way of the head crabs when they jump at you, and then just when their back is to you, when they're vulnerable, just hit them with your melee. And I call it the crowbar method because the only melee we had in Half-Life 1 was the crowbar. But now we have the knife and the wrench, but I prefer the knife. To kill head crabs with, at least. This guy's always tricky. I don't know why, just He always seems to get me. Never mind. And they're all dead, so we'll go ahead and move on. But I kind of lied, because there's another one down there in that vent. But I'll just kill him with the pistol. Once again, closing my eyes. No. I'm not actually that weak, by the way. I don't care to kill head crabs. I get that it's just a video game. I'm just kind of making a joke out of it. So please don't think I'm just like a complete wuss who can't handle killing something in a video game just because I think it's kind of cute. But anyway, let's go ahead and go through this broken part of the vent inside of the vent. And then we'll turn on the night vision goggles and go through here. And then we'll break this grating and get out of here. Whoa. There's a Marine down there. And he just keeled over. You may not be able to tell, but I can tell he's still kind of moving, so he's not dead yet. So maybe we should go help him. So let's hop down here. But before we help him, actually, we need to go in here because there's some items in here. And I'll turn on the night vision goggles. And first of all, we have some machine gun grenades, which are nice to have. And some shotgun ammo, which is also nice to have. But whatever, this doesn't matter. We gotta go help that Marine.
You got to get out of here. Listen to me, Shepherd. Those things, they'll kill all of us.
Those things, they'll kill all of us. What could he be talking about? I mean, I've fought some aliens, and I haven't died yet, but maybe he's talking about some sort of weird super alien. Let's hope that's not the case, because I don't want to have to face that. But before we move on, I just want to comment on how awesome this area is, because it really shows like the astronomical size of Black Mesa. We are like a mile underground at this point. Maybe not a mile, but like a good ways underground. And there is literally a street down here. There's a street light, there's a road, there's a military truck that could be driven down here. I mean, it just really shows how huge this place is. But anyway, let's continue on. So we'll go past the truck, but we're not going to go forward yet because we're going to turn around and hop into the back of the truck where we have some crates. And in the first crate we have some shotgun ammo, which is nice to have. And in the second crate we have a satchel charge, which is also nice to have. But anyway, let's move on. So, storage areas 2 and 3, vehicle repair, and the service elevator are that way, and the employee parking and the employee elevator is that way. Now, the only things I really care about are the elevators. But which one to take? Service elevator or employee elevator? Well, if you're taking the employee elevator, that means you're kind of special, I guess, so... Never mind. Service elevator it is, then. What's that sound? Whoa, what the heck? There's some sort of weird aliens, like, running across the ceiling there. Are those the things that the Marine was talking about? Sorry, I messed up my grammar, but... maybe so. Anyway, let's move on. And by the way, none of these crates have anything in them, so I'm not going to waste my time on them. And now we are going to press that button in a minute, which is going to open that door. But before we do so, we're going to go around here, because there's something around here that I want you guys to see. Look at that. There's a weird alien in there, and it looks like one of the aliens that was running across the ceiling. I'm gonna go ahead and take him out before he takes me out. And there's another one. And they're both dead. Let's go get a look at them. What the heck? I'll go ahead and bash this crate just so you guys can get a better look at them. Look at these things. They're disgusting. They got long, skinny legs connected to like a... I don't even know how to describe it. Like a bugle-shaped body. Like, you know, Bugles, the chips. With these spikes on their backs. These, like, sideways mouths. With weird feelers around them. Tiny black beady eyes. Huge pores on the front of their face. Ugh. And these long arms with sharp bones sticking out of the end of them. Well, everybody, meet the pit drone. Yep, that's what these are called, pit drones. And their main attack, actually they have two attacks. First of all, they can shoot poison darts out of those pores in the front of their face. Yeah. It's really gross, and it's really scary, and really annoying, and really hard to deal with. Well, not really hard to deal with, but it is annoying and kind of scary. And kind of gross. And also, of course, they can hit you with the bones, like, sticking out of their arms. Or maybe it's like fingernail type material, I don't know, but it's something sharp, and it's really gross. And also, something about pit drones is they are cannibals. Yeah, did you see how this pit drone kind of walked over to this one after it died? Well, that's because after a pit drone dies, if there is another pit drone close by, it will come over and start eating the dead pit drone. And also, one last thing about pit drones that's really important, and will come in later in the game. Well, not really come in later, but it's a pretty cool detail. And it is part of something bigger. Pit drones are not Zen creatures. Yeah, they don't come from Zen. Yeah, they're not a part of like the bull squids, you know, the tentacles, the head crabs. They're from somewhere entirely different, and they're a part of an entirely different race of aliens. And I'm not going to tell you what race of aliens they're a part of or where they come from for now. I'm not going to tell you that yet, but just know that they're not a part of Zen, like the Zen creatures. So yeah, that's the pit drone. Anyway, let's move on. So on the ground here we have a health pack, which is nice to have. And we'll go ahead and start bashing some crates. In the first crate we have nothing. In the second crate we have nothing. In the third crate we have an armor battery, which is nice to have. In the fourth crate, is that right? Kind of lost track of counting. We have nothing. In the fifth crate we have another armor battery, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. In the sixth crate, I think that's right. I'm sorry if I'm counting this wrong. In the seventh crate we have nothing. And in the eighth crate we have nothing. And also we had nothing in the sixth crate. I don't know if I said that. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on out of this area. And then we'll press this button to open this door. But the thing is, you want to have your deagle out because behind that door are a bunch of pit drones. So be ready. And remember, the weak spot is the pores on their face. Oh, crap. Ah! Jesus Christ. See, this one was shooting the darts out at me, and you can actually see it's got the darts, like, coming out of the pores. See that? Ugh, that's disgusting. I'm trying to look around on the wall so you can maybe see where it was. Oh, here's one. See? That's a dart that it was shooting at me. Yeah, scary and gross. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. And we come to this workshop area. And if we hop in the back of this truck, we have a crate. And if we break it open, we have a laser trip mine. Nice. Anyway, there's nothing in those crates. I've checked, so I'm not going to bother with them. And over here by this toolbox is an armor battery, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. And in this crate we have a satchel charge, which is nice. In this crate we have an RPG, which is awesome. Yeah, I remember when we collected that ammo for it earlier? Well, here it is. And in this crate we have nothing. Nice. Anyway, as you can see, the sign says this way is the service elevator. So we're going the right way. Let's go. And around the corner here is a pit drone. So I'm going to take out the deagle and... oh, crap. Jesus Christ. God, I hate him so much. They're so fast. It's like... it's actually scary because they're so fast. But that's not all, because... yep, there was another one, but thankfully I killed him quickly. And hey, there's a scientist over there. Let's go talk to him.
I don't know what's worse. You soldiers under orders to silence the facility, or these vile aliens.
We're under orders to silence the facility? Well, I promise you I didn't know about that. Man, I would understand why you think that about the other Marines if they knew about it, but me and my buddies, we had no idea, so you don't have to worry about me. Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt you. So for me, I'd say the aliens are definitely worse. Anyway, none of these crates have anything in them, so I'm not gonna bother with them. So let's just go ahead and call the elevator. It's not working. Oh, well, the button seems to be broken, but even then, sometimes the machines work. Like in these games, the machines work even when the button's broke. See, let's check out here and see what's wrong. Oh. Well, looks like the elevator's completely broken. So how am I supposed to get out of here? Oh, I have an idea. I'll tell you what my idea is in a minute, but what we need to do is quick save here, because I'm going to jump from here to that ladder, which may take a couple tries. And if that's the case, I'll just cut to the successful attempt. Never mind, first try once again. I'm on a roll today. Anyway, let's go over here and... aw, man, never mind. Thought maybe I could use the rope, or the wire, as a makeshift rope, but as you can see, it's all electrified. Dang it. Wait, what does this say? Warning, disconnect power before attempting maintenance. Disconnect power, huh? Maybe if we disconnect the power, that will de-electrify the wire, and we can use it as a makeshift rope to get up there. So let's do that. We'll go through, or we'll go down this ladder. Go down this ladder. Go inside of this, friggin' buttle style. My mom told me never to say that online, but I'm too far into this. You're not even gonna get what that means anyway, but if you're one of my friends watching this, you know what I just said. Anyway, and then we'll climb up this vent grating that also functions as a ladder. And then we'll hop up onto this broken door, and we come to this area. And we have two doorways. Which one to go through? How about that one? Never mind. It's blocked by these military crates. So we'll have to go around the other way. And as you can see, there's a wet floor here, which obviously means it's very slippery and hard to stop. Oh, God. Jesus, stop knocking me back, you stupid sign. Jesus Christ, it was like ping pong, but with death. Or not ping pong, pinball, you know? Kept getting knocked back and forth by everything. About to die. That scared me. But anyway, as you can see, there's a wet floor here. So the floor is very slippery and it's hard to stop yourself. And there's a hot wire dangling in the middle of the floor there. So there's obviously some risk involved here. So what we're going to have to do is just move very slowly and methodically, just baby steps. And we come to this crate, which we'll break with the knife. And there's nothing in it, but that's okay, because now it's out of our way. And we'll crouch jump onto this military crate, onto this one, fall down onto this crate, break it, and just hug the wall. And once again, just baby steps. Baby steps, baby steps. You, what floor sign? I hate you. I hate your kind. I don't care if that's racist kind of... One of you knocked me into that wire almost. So this is what you get. Well, that was anticlimactic. But anyway, we're past the wet floor now, so we'll go ahead and hop up onto these crates. And we come to this area. And if you look behind you, you can see that we're actually past those military crates that we couldn't get past before, which is cool. And we come to this room, which is labeled Unit 2 Power. So I'm assuming this is where we'll turn the power off. So let's go through this door. And there's the power box, labeled Unit 2 Power. But before we do anything with it, we're actually going to break these crates. And the first one has nothing in it. Second one has some 357 ammo, which I'll go ahead and reload for. And the last one has nothing in it. So we'll go ahead and throw the switch to turn off the power. And that's that. So now we'll go back through this door. And now we can just hop over these crates as a shortcut to get back. Go down here. Go up the ladder. Go up this ladder. And now we can finally use this wire as a makeshift rope because it's de-electrified. I think that's the right word. And I'll go ahead and quick save just in case I don't make this jump. And you know the drill by now. If this isn't successful the first time, then I'll cut to the successful attempt. But it was. First try, once again. So we'll climb up. And then once we get high enough to where we're kind of above the elevator there, we'll swing back and forth till we get enough momentum to jump off and land on top of it. And then we can actually climb down into the elevator. And if you turn on your night vision goggles, you can see there's some armor batteries in here. But I don't need them, so I'll go ahead and climb back out. And then I'll go through this door. And we've entered into the office complex of Black Mesa. Or an office complex. I really don't know how big this place is, but anyway, who cares? Let's go. And we'll go through this door. But we can't because it's locked. Oh, but there's a vent here, so let's go through. But we can't because it's too high up. So what do? Well, as you can see, there's a tiny little crate here. So we'll just push him over to the vent there to use as a stepping stool. That was a really weird burp, and I'm sorry, but anyway, let's just keep going. I don't know why, but for some reason, just find this crate kind of cute. I mean, it's just a square, but like, or a cube, rather, but, you know, it's, I don't know, it's really small, and it helps you, so it kind of, you know, personify it, that kind of personifies it, I guess. Don't worry, buddy, I'll be back for you later. So then we'll hop up inside the vent here, and hug the wall as to not get hit by the steam. And look, there's an armor battery over there. Let's go get it. Whoa, what the heck? Whoa! Well, never mind then. I hear a bull squid. There he is. And it's dead. So then we'll go over here, and then we'll go through this hole in the wall. And by the way, there is a way to actually get the 1-up in the vent shaft. Did I just say 1-up? But, personally it's pretty easy and self-explanatory. But I'll just tell you, it's something to do with this vent here. But anyway, let's continue on. And then we'll crouch jump over this stuff. But we can't. That's okay, there's got to be another way over. Ah, here we go. There's a door. But it's locked. So how do we get past all this stuff? Well, we can go through this door to get our little cube buddy. Or crate buddy. Sorry, it kind of reminds me of the companion cube from Portal, so mixing up the two words. But whatever, that's another walkthrough for another day. Just push it up to the trash can. Which actually, I just realized, gives you a hint of what to do with it. It says push. What to do with the crate, I mean. And crouch jump on top of the crate. Crouch jump on top of the trash can. And then walk over. And then we can go through this door. Maybe the other door works. Nope, they're both locked. But how do we get past here then? Oh, there's another vent. But once again, we can't get up inside because it's too high up, and we can't exactly just pull the crate over here. So what are we supposed to do? Well, I'll figure out what we're supposed to do after I adjust my long hair.
6.5 hours later.
Alright, I'm done. Yeah, I've been letting my hair grow, and I really like the way that it looks, but it can be kind of frustrating sometimes, because like it pops out of my headphones and then it gets in my face, but that's alright. Anyway, so, what are we supposed to do? Well, if you look in here, you can see that there's an explosive crate and a laser trip mine. And the thing is, well, I won't tell you what happens, but let's just see what happens when we drop an explosive in there. And by the way, if you don't have any explosives, there are some grenades right here. But I have some, and personally, I don't want to use grenades because there's only a limited amount of time for you to get away from it, and it's more likely to take damage from it, so I'd rather just use a satchel charge, because it only goes off when I detonate it, so I can get as far away as I want from it. In 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, it's blown these two huge holes in the two walls here. Which means we can now push Crady. I know that's a great name. No need, hold your applause, okay? I know it's a great name, but I don't need the applause. We can push him through the holes in the walls. And then up to the vent. But before we go into the vent, there's something else I want to show you. Under this fallen bookshelf here is a health pack, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. But anyway, let's continue on. And around that corner there is a head crab, so I'll go ahead and kill him with the pistol. I've got my eyes closed. I don't know how much longer I can kill these head crabs. I'm gonna kill myself before I kill another one. Anyway, let's continue on. Now I'll bash this vent grating, and oh my god. I'm sure there's a name for whatever fetish this is, but let's just leave him to enjoy himself. And the thing is, you can actually open these doors now, so you can go back and grab Crady. Once again, hold your applause. I don't need it. I know it's a great name, but I mean, this is a rhetorical performance, so yeah, YouTube video is a performance. Anyway, but be careful once you make it up to that broken light there, because yeah, a head crab will break out of the ceiling there. And it's dead. So now we can continue pushing the crate along here. But there's a hole in the ground that he can't get past, so I'll just have to go on without him. And that way's the elevator. Never mind. It's blocked by a bunch of crap, so we're gonna have to find another way around. Never mind, I guess we'll have to... well, I guess we'll have to go down that hole. Come on, Grady. And I'll jump down with him.
When all the fighting started, I hid myself here. I don't think any of them above have survived.
Alright. Okay, so in front of this pipe here is an armor battery, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. And over here is one as well. But once again, I don't need it, so we'll move on. And as you can see, there's a wire here that could be used as a makeshift rope, but as you can see, it's electrified. But also, here's the power box right here, so we'll go ahead and throw the switch. And I'm gonna climb up the wire in a minute, but before I do so, I need to say my goodbyes to Crady. I can't bring him up the wire with me, so he'll have to stay behind. Crady, I know you're upset, but it's for the best, okay? I'll leave you with this scientist. He'll take good care of you, okay? Don't cry. It'll be okay, buddy. I love you. I'll be fine, okay? I'll visit you if I can, okay? Scientist, I'm gonna leave my little crate buddy with you, okay? Take good care of him. I care about him a lot. He cares about me a lot. I love him, okay? So you better take good care of him, or I'm gonna hunt you down, alright? Okay, I'm just gonna leave. Well, I'm not crying. I'm a soldier. I'm not supposed to cry. Don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Crap, I look back. I'm gonna cry. Whatever, I just gotta get out of here. I'm an amazing actor. I don't know if you can tell, but I think I deserve I deserve like an Oscar. At least. I deserve at least one Oscar for that performance I just gave. But anyway, we'll go ahead and jump off the wire there. And what the heck is going on with it? What the heck? That was a weird glitch, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into the elevator here. It won't open. Oh, you gotta use the control panel. Never mind. Wait a second. Do you hear that? Sounds like some Marines. Where are they?
This place makes boot camp seem like Disneyland.
Are they behind this door? They're not saying anything anymore, but I'm pretty sure they are. Like, I think they're behind the door, but unfortunately it's locked. Wonder how I can get in contact with them. Oh well, we'll find something. But over here are some supplies. First of all, we have some pistol ammo, which I'll go ahead and reload for. We have a satchel charge. And finally, in the crate here, we have a health pack, which I don't need, but it's nice to have just in case you do. And what do you know? Here's a radio. So let's use it to get in contact with those Marines.
Corporal Shephard, we've been left behind as well. We're onto your position now. Stand back from the maintenance door. We're gonna blow it.
And there they are. And as you can see, one of them is an engineer, which we can use to get past that door. So let's go talk to them.
Shepherd, looks like somebody really screwed up, Corporal. Seems the brass bit off more than they could chew. Yeah, well, forget about Freeman. We've got to save our own asses. You with us, Corporal?
I sure am. Come on, guys. Oh, I forgot I gotta actually get him to follow me.
I got your six.
And the engineer's gonna open the door for me.
Check in. I will not fail you, sir. Stand back, Corporal. This should only take a minute. Roger that. Current situation is looking pretty grim. Squad, quiet down.
And the door blocking the elevator's down, so let's go. Except, I gotta tell you guys something. Since this game is so old, the AI is really buggy at some points, especially for the Marines, like your Marine buddies. And especially this frickin' guy. It takes like, sometimes it takes me like 5 minutes to get him on this elevator. Because for some reason he just stops following me halfway through walking to the elevator. And I'm playing on the Steam version, so you'd think everything would be fixed, but apparently not. But I've come up with a technique that I've only tested once, and it was only in my previous practice run before I recorded this video. But I got him on the elevator a lot quicker and easier by doing this. And instead of running onto the elevator, I walked onto the elevator. And he's not, I don't even think he knows he's supposed to be following me.
Okay, I'll secure this and moving out, Corporal.
Okay, I think you have to have him like close to the door where he can see you for it to work.
The current situation is looking pretty grim.
There we go. Yeah, it usually takes like at least like 3 minutes.
All around a beer.
But anyway, we're all on the elevator, so let's get out of here. Taking this thing up. Friendly fire. And we've taken the elevator to this relatively nice area of Black Mesa. And we took it up, which means we're getting closer to our goal of getting out of here. Plus, I finished a whole chapter in one video, and I've been recording for a while, so I'd say those are all the signs of it being a good time to stop here. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.